So, hi, you guys. I am so excited to show you a copy of my 2018 budget binder. I'm still using the same one that I used for last year, 2017, but I have made some changes. I do have a video of my 2017 budget binder, and so I'll try to kind of mention things that I've changed, which one of them is what you're looking at right now, the important dates. Most for the most part, things have stayed the same, but like I said, I have a few changes that I'm kind of excited to show you. So one thing that I did want to make sure that when I started using the budget binder, that it worked for me, like every aspect. Now I'm still kind of working things out and seeing how um, how I can change it so that it's more, I guess, efficient for me. But nonetheless, I do like the changes that I made. So this first one here, hopefully you can see it. It's called Important Dates. It's by Oso Paper and .com, and I like it because there are items that pop up every month. Maybe that happened just once a year that we don't always remember. And so when I'm doing my budget, I take a look at this to see if there's some things that pop up like once a year, like taxes or certain birth dates or oil changes, registration, my post office fees, autumn items, car registration, and other seasonal holidays where our budgets have to increase a little bit. I'm still using this bill pocket here, so once I go check my mailbox, I will put the bills in there. So that's worked out still really well for me. The bill pay checklist. I love this. I will always, like under my tracker tab, I have the bill pay checklist. I mentioned this in my previous 2017 budget binder video. This really, let me turn this here, has worked for me year after year. I've been using it for years, and I love it. It's really helped me stay on track so that I don't miss a bill just in case I didn't receive it through email or through the mail. So that's really helped me. And that's by myfrugalhome.com. Okay, under my budget tab. Now this portion here has changed quite a bit. 2017, I was using the monthly budgets by I can't remember, the Budget Mom, and that worked for a while, but I found that it was throwing me off because I get paid every 2 weeks, and so I was paying certain bills for the next month with this one. And so what I'm going to be doing this year, and if you want I can share a video, is I'm going to try the month ahead method where I just pay once a month everything, or at least, and then but I'm month ahead, so that last month paychecks are paying this month's bill. So I'm going to try that in the next couple of months and give that a whirl. And like I said, if you're interested, I'll probably shoot a video on how it's working for me. But yeah, this monthly budget here, which is throwing me off, like I said. So what I've done is I've actually gone back to my yellow steno pad, I guess you can call it, as far as budgeting. So right here on this first page, what I normally do is I list just like an average of what my mortgage, association, utility bills, any debt that I have, extras, food and transportation, and I keep that there just so that I can see exactly what I should be working with. At the top here, I do list, hopefully you can see this, like a percentage of my debt and expenses versus a percentage of what I have left over. For me, I'm aiming to get to a certain amount remainder as far as like what I can apply to savings. And so I like to keep track of that. So this is just an average listing of my monthly expenses and debt. and so that I can just make sure again that all my bills are being paid, and just to see what I should be averaging from month to month. But to tell you the truth, this yellow steno pad is really but what I've been using throughout the years to handle my monthly budgeting. Again, I get paid every 2 weeks, and so um, every time I get paid, I'll take a look at what expenses or debt need to get paid on each check. So that's really been working out for me over the last few years. So getting into the calendar tab, this has also changed. Previously in 2017, I was using a monthly calendar, and I would indicate which bills needed to be paid on what date, and the days that I got paid on. And I found that over the last year, the last several months, it's worked out where I know exactly what needs to be paid on which check, like the first check of the month or the second check of the month. It just kind of fell into place. So I really don't need to keep track on a special calendar. But what I do need a calendar for is I've noticed that I do like to see when I get paid, and if there's any upcoming holidays. So I still need a calendar for that reason. This particular one is from calendarpedia.com. It's a free calendar. And what I've done is I've gone in and highlighted in yellow, if you can see that, my paydays. And again, this one does show the holidays, which I love that. So, and it's cute and colorful. And then I have another calendar here on the other side. It lists a few other holidays, but I'm still kind of figuring out which one works best for me. So I have both. They both were free. And then this particular section, the snowball, I still have that, the Dave Ramsey snowball. That's not something that you have to change, that often. But one thing that I have added is the debt payoff planner, and it's by amomstake.com. The debt payoff planner is what it's called. And I wanted something that I didn't have to go looking back on my previous monthly budgets to see how much I was paying off. So I wanted something that lists, okay, what debt I had, what the balance was, and what I paid off, so that it was easier for me to calculate what I paid off for the year. So that has changed, and I'm going to actually be using that in the next couple of days, just to make sure that my totals are right, based off of, I don't know. I'm going to keep it just so that I can look back on. So I'll be doing that in the next few days for 2017. This personal net worth, I used this last year. I loved it. These are just blank pages for privacy reasons, but I filled out my assets and my liabilities. I used it last year, and I'm going to use it for 2000. I'm sorry, I used it for 2016, and I'm going to use it for 2017, and I like to compare the years. So again, I highly recommend that you find some type of that you calculate your personal net worth, and there's a ton of different spreadsheets that you can use online to kind of help you do that. But this one is from fabfunds.com. This debt snowball worksheet and the tabs here, I haven't really used that as much as I thought I would. Let's see if we can get that in frame. A lot of my debts, my small debts, I've already paid off, so I still plan on using these tabs here, but mostly like for my mortgage statements, my car statements, retirement, but all this other stuff is pretty much paid off. So I will try to think of another way to use that. But I thought I'd just keep it in here because for those people that are looking to put together a budget binder, I strongly suggest having these separate tabs so that you can put your certain statements, or you can keep track of what you paid off and when. So that's, oh, and then one of my favorite, sorry about that, one of my favorite additions to this budget binder. Here I list statements. So I have like this folder where I have all my statements for the month. So after I've paid them, I put them in here, and then I put them in a file folder for the month. And then on the back of this, I keep my little receipts just to keep track of what I'm spending. And then the last thing that I have is like I said, I love this, my yellow steno pad for tracking my monthly budgets every 2 weeks when I get paid. And I like the fact that I've used adhesive, which I've posted on my Instagram. I don't recall offhand, but you can use any type of adhesive to secure the back, and then you have the a steno pad to go with your budget binder. So I hope that you've enjoyed this, and I wish you well in your 2018 budget aspirations or your ventures. So if you have any questions, please list them below. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.